rejoice. They all wanna follow me, cause I got my foot on the opposition neck and ain't no apology. 100 yards, you know I own all the property. Daddy's home, you know I own all the property. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got to prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got to prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got to prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got to prove. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose. You gotta choose.
It's all right, man.
Can you go to court? Get it in.
Cool. I been going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on finance. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When I'm in my zone and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating this apart.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Atlanta Falcons and the Cincinnati Bengals. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. From out of his end zone, it's Avery Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Let's go!
First down, and they'll start with Algier. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Well, this defense for the Bengals, they were very good last week in the win over New Orleans.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't go to
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Ritter and the Falcons need an answer and a big play here on 3rd and long following the sack. They'll drop the throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Chidobe with a pick. And the Bengals are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
I really don't think you can fault the decision-making here, because your offensive quarterback, they really had a big week last week, and you're ready for them to go again here. Not the anticipated result, of course, but you definitely understand why they did what they did. That quarterback's been hot. You want to keep the ball in his hands and see if he can keep the magic going.
Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, it's hard to have vision as a runner and find a hole when there's nothing but defenders in your way. They stacked that one up really well. But give him credit. Instead of trying to bounce it out and turn it into a big play, which might have turned into a big loss, kind of just took his medicine there and took the 1 yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And that's a ball that he is going to want to keep, his first career interception in the National Football League.
And I love what teams do when that happens. You bring the ball to the sideline, the equipment guy grabs it, he puts a piece of tape on it, writes on it so that you know what it is, and then they tuck it away so that you can have it for later and put it on your mantle. Pretty good deal for him right there. Now he's eager to get back out on the field and get his second one.
Down to about the 37.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on third down. He'll drop to throw. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they are winners of 2 straight games as they have climbed back to 500 now on the season.
And you and I both know this can be a tough team to figure out sometimes, because I remember a few weeks ago you and I having a conversation where we both thought that this was a season they could get away from them pretty quickly. Obviously not. Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Opening carry of the game for Cordero Patterson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. They'll look to throw here. Well, this is intercepted. They get Ritter for the 3rd time. Trey Flowers picks it, and he will bring it back. It's a pick six from Bengals TD. And Charles, it's now a 2-touchdown lead in the opening quarter. Following that pick six, they are off to a fast start in this one.
And absolutely ecstatic on the sideline after that play, aren't they? Not just because they got the lead, but how about seeing one of their guys get a chance to take it in for 6? Already up a pair of touchdowns. They've got everything going their way early on.
This fielded right at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit.
That's to Chase. He's got it. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Ja'Marr Chase, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And he returns this to the 22. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
Now a play fake here on first down. They'll roll him out right, and he wisely will throw that one away. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Down. 10 cycles. 6, 7.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that's going to bring up the 4th down.
Cycle. 3-3.
They're going to try and throw. Got his man. It's London. And he is going to have a Falcons first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 27 yards, a big play there on 4th.
Fight,
21-0 our score after 1. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground now. Patterson. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. Eli Apple up from his corner spot to make the play.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
I haven't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
It's a good gain of 11. Sets him up first and goal.
Ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Touchdown! Calvin Ridley, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons get a bit closer. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. Taken at the goal line. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now, they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
From the 40 now on second down, Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Grady Jarrett in there to get him. It's a loss of 5. That's a step in the right direction defensively here, because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
The pressure really ratcheting up. They get the sack on first down, then a near sack. They got to him there just as it was leaving his hand.
Yeah, they might need to change their pass protection scheme a little bit. Maybe bring another guy into the backfield to help protect the quarterback, because that was awfully close.
On the sideline, did he keep his feet in bounds? They say yes. Great job, both feet in, first down. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
Now that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on 3rd down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open, and when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. Now Younghoe Koo for the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've seen their 21-0 advantage cut to just 7, so time to go back to work here, 1st and 10. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
11. 12.
Burrow will throw. Open man is Chase, complete. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
One of the things you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
It's caught. Beckham. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Now Burrow. This goes out wide from Mixon. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44.
11-90.
To the air again, Burrow. Over the middle, that's caught by Chase. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
11 MT.
Play action. It's Burrow. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down.
11 Thomas.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Got a man, it's Chase. He completes it. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion. Now a timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands but could not hang on.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit to prevent him from making another catch to his big start.
11.
Burrow once again here on 2nd and 10. Throw left side complete to Chase. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes the game is pretty simple. Put a few extra defensive backs on the field, give them nowhere to throw the football, force the incompletion, and get off the field on 3rd down.
McPherson's kick is good, but now there is a penalty marker on the field, so let's see what this is about. And they'll accept that penalty. So even though it's 1st down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. McPherson's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
So time it up for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. And with 5 seconds to go, this will likely be our final play. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
and they went into the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. Looking for Chase on the out route. He's got him. And he is going to have the Bengals first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive.
Here we go. Here we go.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Burrow looking to pass. And that one off the mark behind him, incomplete.
So many things have to go right for any passing play to work out. Quarterback has to understand the defense, deliver an accurate ball. Receiver has to concentrate and bring it in. Somewhere along the assembly line, something was off with that one.
Over the middle to Beckham. And he gets it just shy of midfield, but that's not enough. He's short of the marker. So 8 yards on the completion there, and it'll be 4th down. The Bengals bring out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for this second half.
On second, here's Algier. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and wants him to play through it. Because otherwise, you need to get him out and fight another day, because this could leave lasting damage if he keeps throwing interceptions.
25 yards that time.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
On one, right?
Deuce is wild here. 2nd down and 2 with just about 2 minutes on the clock. Here's Burrow. And this one incomplete. Threw it down at the feet of his receiver.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here we go.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
12.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Dancing to his left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. And he's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Odell Beckham from 3 yards out. And the Bengals take advantage of the short field and finish it off with a quick touchdown. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions. Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Ready.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Yellow. Red. Cycle. Hey, blue. Ready.
They'll give it to Patterson. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. 43 yards on the ground for him so far. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Multiple defenders in there to bring him down as this quarter comes to an end. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Falcons on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. This pass is caught by London. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 38-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion. So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 38. 1st and 10, it's Patterson. Logan Wilson that time there to bring him down.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. They'll drop to throw. Got a man, it's Patterson, complete. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. They'll go, it's Patterson. And he gets the 1st down here as he's taken down at the 24. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
On play action, they'll throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Buying time to his left. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals will get the football back. So they've converted their first 2 fourth-down attempts. Not there. Now they're 2 for 3.
You think maybe the offense coordinator expended a little capital on that one? You know, when you're 2 for 2, you can lobby for that third one, right? Didn't get it there. Maybe now the head coach might not be so eager to go for it as we go forward.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Well, how about this aggressive approach? Got the lead, fourth quarter, continuing to throw the football. Are you thinking about Super Bowl 51? Atlanta had the lead against New England, and they ended up giving it up?
I was going to say, don't say it, but you did say it.
I did, didn't I?
Yeah, anybody watching in Atlanta, our apologies. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
It's a pickup of 6. It brings up 2nd and 4 at the Falcons.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes and put this one in the left-hand column. Working with a 2nd and 4.
11 Thomas.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He completes it to Beckham. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bengals are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their mini 2-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there at 22. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. And now off to the races down the right side. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic and take it to the house. And finally here in the second half, that got done.
Well, it's still an uphill battle from here, that's for sure, but that makes it a 2-score game.
And now we see why teams practice so much on the 2-point conversion, why you have more than one play ready, because you may need multiples to throw out a ball game. There's a great example right there.
They're going to take this up close to the 40, so really good starting field position. The Bengals drive about to get going. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. On 3rd down, Burrow. Pass complete on the out route to Beckham. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a 1st down.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the 4th quarter and you're going to throw the football, it expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure your offensive line understands they're going to get additional guys running at the quarterback.
That one looks like he'll throw here. It's caught. Beckham. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. And one of the whistles for timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And it was a game where they were off and running in the
Got your best friend hanging out the arm though. Got game like I'm dropping me a console. No, I don't swim, but I give a now flex. While you dare look in the press, feel the get up in your chest while I soak up my success, getting tokens for your stress. I'll be making all the checks anytime you see me step on a stage, acting real soft like my skin coming beige. Gonna step out and with him, girl, you fake. Try to get it out, what you handsome, you ain't dance on.